so anyone who's been a bit strange tonight, put your fucking cards mark. You're not going out.
Thank you, sweetie.
Where are you going? Sit down! This poem was inspired by socks. But don't worry, I haven't got a fetish. I have, but it's not socks. But you remember years ago when the Scallies used to stick the socks in the sock and the thing and...
In the trackies?
In the trackies.
And I used, what? Okay, and then I thought, okay, you lose your stash, right, okay. But I actually asked one of them, why did you do that when you take your trackie bottom? And he did it so everyone can see. And I eat him. That's how fucking hell, 2,000 years on the evolutionary style on this fucking top. Oh, so I was inspired by this. It's about peer pressure, if you will, and it's called Madness. It's an old poem. So those of you who've heard it and fucking bored to tears with it, please. Madness!
Get your lands of
Shut up! It's not panto!
It's behind you!
I wish it was fucking. Those are the days. What if it was still warm? Madness! Madness! Not Madness, the group. It's more a small bunch of neurons that's looping the loop inside of my brain. I gaze at the world through rose-tinted eyes, through lack of sleep. It's no great surprise, because the nightmare starts when I rest my head. And they're 10 times worse when I leave my bed. Wandering corridors inside my mind, they're long and they're dark and there's something behind me. I spy a doorway there to my right with an exit sign that glows green and white, but there are bars and bolts and doors and locks, and a woman stands beyond it dressed in bright green socks and nothing else. To the left of the door, there's a sign which reads, "This door is alarmed." So I soothe it. And it pleads with me, "Let me out of this corridor. I was the entrance to Argos before you and your fucking neurons dragged me here." A portal past which almost nothing was here, but you sometimes forgot what you went in there for, and I reasoned that this was the vault door. Staircase now, so slippery and steep. At the top is a tower, a castle, a keep, 5 million steps to the madness creator, and halfway up it's an escalator, moving down. With a magic spell using dragon's droppings, I conjure the trick used by Mary Poppins and slide up the banister, stiff and proud, passing ghosts of my history, rending their shrouds and throwing the shreds of them into my face. You're a bastard! An asshole! A fucking disgrace! I ignore them. As I am wont to do. As the same naked woman, this time in socks. I'm not sure exactly how far from the top I am when abruptly I come to a stop. A landing leads off in 2 different directions. Along one, a young man cuts his brain into sections. The knife he is using is mother of pearl, or Angie, or Melanie, some such young girl that he's lost his heart to, and he'll never recover. He's not learned that there is no such thing as a lover forever endeavors to cut out the heart that attaches the eyeballs to strings of the heart, so he won't see them tempt him, he won't see them flutter their eyelids and skirt hems, and then make him mutter and stutter and stumble, and so he continues until all that's left are the ears and some sinews. The pain is all gone, but the hacking continues. I move on, across from him now, and here stands another, who looks not unlike a possible brother, or maybe a clone, whom on closer inspection we find not alone, and endowed with erection. Rides in some ecstasy hard to describe, to a mind closed tight shut, to a heart so alive, and so here in a corridor dark and alone, they will sweat and he'll move and he'll mumble and moan. He thinks that the world outside won't understand and holds tight to another man's cock in his hand. Until it is over, begun then again. When all of the worship turns round to refrains of his sorrow and guilt and of such hollow pain. I move on, back to the stairway, resuming my seat, a sprinkle of droppings, enchantment complete. I gaze to the heavens. The spiral of steps makes me dizzy. Dizzy? Dizzy! Freudian levens the whole atmosphere. All of a sudden up there at the ceiling, a myriad of stars, spinning and reeling, in a circle of light bringing hope, and such comfort, such lurid delight. Not the madness creator I had at first feared. To pick at my soul as it had hurt for years, would I mourn for the control this had over me? Just a small, naked child with white socks to the knee. At the end of the banister comes up quite soon, and I find myself landing in this great round room, like a hub of a wheel with more long corridors, with a door halfway down each and mirrors for floors. What to do? Do I choose the wrong one? Do I lose? There's no history giving me clues. So I walk to the nearest and push at the door, and the stench of old memories I knew before rushes out from the gap, and I retch and then turn and I run from the corridor, only to learn that I'm back where I fucking started from, foot of the stairs. I'm back where I started and nothing has changed. Except now I see I ain't the one who's deranged. It's just like a nightmare. So real. But so real. Which can trick all your senses. You believe that you feel. You believe you're unworthy. Because that's what's been said. The time that you wake to your head is the bed. It's a great big lie, people! They'd have you believe that your fucking socks are a measure of what you'll achieve in this life, or your car, or your coat, or your name must be acceptable, winning the same. You have to conform to your peers' opinion that you in your splendor are simply a minion like them. This just proves that ideas are not always true fears. Just the fact you've been forced to believe them for years. Just the madness of life. No, not madness. Just a small bunch of neurons